1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Good evening, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. It's Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio. And it's the live boxing talk with Raphie 12. Can you believe it? We're on episode 12 already. We're already at 12. We're gonna do the roll call very shortly. But first of all, how are my levels? 1, 2, 1, 2. How are my levels? How am I sounding? Excellente. Excellente. So we're gonna warm in the way we normally warm in. And I am going to share. Uno momento. Mommy, slow up your tempo. Okay. I think we're there. I think we are there. Yes, it's Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. And today, we're looking at Deontay Wilder's comments. And without further delay, let's get into it. Let's cut the music.
They didn't want it. They wanted to castle. They wanted to stay over in England. The fans over there deserved to fight there. King in the castle. King in the castle. Have a chair. I have a chair. Oh, go do this. Go do this. King in the castle. They didn't want it. They wanted to castle. They wanted to stay over in England. The fans over there deserved to fight there. King in the castle. King in the castle. Have a chair. I have a chair. Oh, go do this. Go do this. King in the castle.
Okay, so there you hear Deontay Wilder's words. Okay, so post-fight, we all know what happened. He knocked Dominic Breazeale out in the first round. First round KO. Dominic Breazeale, for some reason, dropped his left hand and decided to go for a body shot. In the meantime, this guy here, the big bomber, the bronze bomber, Deontay Wilder, cracked Breazeale in this portion of the head, the left portion of the head, and sent Breazeale to the canvas. Okay, that was expected. This was a cherry pick. And this was the guy who should have been fighting. This was the guy he should have been fighting. This is the number one contender. He goes by the name of Dillian Whyte. Number one ranked in the WBC, the belt Wilder holds. So now let's have a listen to what Dillian Whyte had to say.
I don't really care. I'll fight anyone of them in the time, you know. There's only two things that happen. I'm gonna win or I'm gonna lose. You know, I'm not scared of either. And that's why I just take these fights as they come, you know. I'm always the underdog. I'm always going to these fights. Oh, Dillian's gonna this, Dillian's gonna that. He's too slow, he's too overweight, he's too this. I don't care. I get in there and I do my job.
I don't care. I get in there and I do my job. But unfortunately, Dillian, there's a man who has spent almost his entire career cherry picking. You're a number one contender. He doesn't fight number one contenders. Very rarely. Very, very rarely does he fight. Does this man? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where's he hiding? There he is. Very, very rarely will you ever see this man fighting a number one contender. How many times has he fought a number one contender in his life? Was Stavern a number one contender when he fought him? Well, Stavern was a champion, believe it or not. Stavern was the champion. Who did Stavern beat to get the vacant championship? WBC vacant championship. Did he beat Molina? Is that who Stavern beat to get the championship? I think Stavern beat Molina. I haven't got box rec up. This is from memory. So this guy beat a guy called Stavern, who beat a guy called Molina, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. To get the WBC championship. This guy here. And in all of that time, this is only the second time. Bear in mind, he's had the belt now for almost 4 years. And this is only the second time in 4 years that this guy has fought a mandatory. And the mandatory should have been, where is he? Where is he? This guy. But instead, they installed this guy as the mandatory, the number 4 guy as the mandatory, ignoring, where is he? The number 1 guy. This guy has been ranked number 1 for 18 months in the WBC, but they gave the mandatory to this guy, who's notorious for blocking punches with his face. That's why he ended up on the canvas. But let's give the last word to this guy. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Go on. Talk your talk. But first of all, let's cut the music. Where are we?
They didn't want it. They wanted to castle. They wanted to stay over in England. The fans over there deserve to fight there. King in the castle. King in the castle. Have a chair. I have a chair. Oh, go do this. Go do this. King in the castle. They didn't want it. They wanted to castle. They wanted to stay over in England. The fans over there deserve to fight there. King
Madness. Absolute and utter madness. The only way Deontay Wilder can salvage his reputation. The only way Deontay Wilder can salvage his reputation is to fight the guy he should have fought in the first place. This guy. That's who he needs to fight to salvage his reputation. Because it's become blatantly apparent now. Blatantly apparent that Deontay Wilder is a cherry picker extraordinaire. We saw Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz step in the, where is he? Where is Luis? We saw Luis Ortiz step in the ring after Deontay Wilder took out Dominic Brazil. This guy steps in the ring. Obviously, it's prearranged. It's been prearranged. Wilder already spoke about it previously. Yeah, I'm going to fight. Oh, we've got things in line. We've got things in line. I don't think I would accept 50-50, even if they offered it this year. We have things in line. And previously, he mentioned that he would be rematching Luis Ortiz next. And then after that, Adam Kawanaki. This wouldn't be so galling, but for the fact that previously Wilder has spent all his time in the media talking about Anthony Joshua keeps ducking me. We tried 5 times to make that fight. We went to see him. We tried 5 times to make the fight, but they don't want it. Really? They don't want it, or you don't want it. You don't want Joshua, and you don't want, where is he? Where is he? Dillian White. King cherry picking duck. That's what you are. Let's call it like it is. You prefer a cherry pick any day of the week, and you fool the spineless and the mindless when they see your knockouts because they don't know. It's a cherry pick. Almost every single one of your fights have been cherry picks. Never, or very seldom do you fight the number 1 guy. Even Fury was a cherry pick, coming back off drug addiction, food addiction, alcohol addiction. So, Even Ortiz was a cherry pick the first time around, kinda. He's supposed to be 39. We all know he's closer to 49. Where is he? Where is he? Supposed to be 39, closer to 49. Even this man is a cherry pick. Fight your number one. If you don't want to fight Joshua, fair enough. Build up your courage and your stamina. But at least, where is he? Where is he? Fight your number one contender. 18 months. 18 months. Come on. Get a grip. Do the right thing. That was a movie back in the day, I believe. No more cherry picking. Man up. Get with the program. This is Raphael Dawkins. It's Combat Radio. Like, subscribe, comment, share. If you haven't already subscribed, please kindly do so. We have lots of content for you. Live shows galore, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. UK time, and even the Saturday show, lunchtime show, around 12:30 p.m. UK. Do the math wherever you live. It's Raphael Dawkins. It's Combat Radio. And I'm out.
In the castle, king in the castle. Have a chair, I have a chair. Oh, go do this, go do this. King in the castle. They didn't want it. They wanted this castle. They wanted to stay over in England. Defend somebody that deserved to fight there. King in the castle, king in the castle. Have a chair, I have a chair. Oh, go do this, go do this. King in the castle. They didn't want it. They wanted this castle. They wanted to stay over in England. Defend somebody that deserved to fight there.
Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. We are live. It's Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio. Boxing Talk with Raphie. Smash that like button. Okay. How many people we got? Yes, the area is populated. Uh-oh. Let me smash the like button. The like button has been smashed on my end. Okay. Yes. We're about to do the roll call, but first things first. First things first. You know what's missing. You know what's missing. Ah, there is. There it is. Let's move that out of the way. Now, did you see that? Was I sharing the screen? Was I sharing the screen? Okay. Another moderator has handled this. I didn't even know that was a notification. The beats are up. Was I sharing the screen or did you just hear the audio? Was I sharing the I was not sharing the screen. You just heard the audio. Is that correct? You only heard the audio. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Okay. It's all fun and games. Right. Let's get into it. Let's do the roll call. Let's do the roll call. It's Leighton Evelyn in the house. Peds. Bright and early. Colt 45 at the ready. Tommy Temper in the house. Hagler's bald head is in the house. Who else we got? We got Marty Fieldman. Marty Fieldman is in the house. The geezer. The geezer is in the house. Marty Fieldman in the house. Nexus finally made it. Good to see you, Nexus. Toby Bartlett. Fuzzy is here. Boxing 101. in the house. Padre al-Baghdadi in the house. Yes, yes, yes. The chat is active already. I just missed somebody. I just missed somebody. MB. MB. If I'm not mistaken, MB, correct me. You are a guy from TBV, an ex-presenter. Correct me if I'm wrong. Cousin Skeeter. I believe it's your first time, Cousin Skeeter. Smash that subscribe button if you have not done so already. And smash the bell icon. Man like MB up in the place. AA Boxing Blunts. Boxing and Blunts. Hello to you. And hello to Bree if she's watching. Little wave. Boxing 101. Feminine Angry Dwarf. The geezer. Rude Boy is in the house. Yes, brethren. From Florida. International. We are international. Smash that like button. Wow. I think this is one of the best initial turnouts in a while. Well, we've only just started. This is the 12th episode of Live Boxing Talk. Okay. MB, are you still here? Right. Greetings, one and all. Bitcoin Boxing is in the house. Smash that like button. As Nexus says, mash it. Mash that like button. Hit it. Like Evelyn says, hit it. Tommy Temper said sound only. We didn't see poor. Woo. Oh, man. You should have had sound and vision, but it's okay. It's good for the imagination. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let me turn up the beats. Let me turn up the beats. I've had a very good day today. I've had a very good day. Apart from the fact that my car insurance is due and also the MOT is due at the same time. I'm normally ahead of the game with that stuff. So I booked it in. I booked the car in. It's driving sweetly, so I don't anticipate any issues. But, you know, it's a bit close to the line. Don't like being so close to the line. Okay. Okay. LDBC, I haven't. Aiton Devlin says LDBC have been out in force. I haven't really clicked on their stuff. I heard they're going bananas. I heard they were going bananas. Yeah, I'm driving a nice little whip. You know, it has to be, let's just call it the Batmobile. Let's just call it the Batmobile. Apart from the fact that it's red and not black. But it drives very, very well. Yes, I heard the LDBC have been going crazy. I haven't clicked on. One of the things when you're an uploader, a video uploader, it takes time. It takes time to... It's one of those. It takes time to... first of all, you have the idea. A feminine angry dwarf. Feminine angry dwarf has me. He's got some intelligence. He's got some intel. Feminine angry dwarf has got some intel. That's all I can tell. Makes you Batman. Oh dear. Yeah, but I need to get that sorted out. It's driving sweetly, so everything should be copacetic. 78 Sports did an interview with Wilder, says Leighton Evelyn. Just admit it, you don't have the time for else. You know, it's a shame. It's a shame to say, but Bitcoin boxing kind of hits the nail on the head. Bitcoin boxing just said, just admit it, you don't have time for the LDBC bull-ish. Truth be told, he's not far wrong. It takes time to, you come up with a title, you come up with an idea for a video, then you have to come up with a title. The title is very important. You have to be able to get the pertinent points in the title ASAP. ASAP, but not to feminine angry dwarf has got some intel. Has got some intel. So you come up with the idea, and then you have to flesh it out. You have to kind of put the meat on the bones. Then you have to damn well record the thing. It takes time. Each video takes time, and I like to bang out at least, on average, I bang out more than 2 per day. More than 2 per day on average. I was a little bit miffed because I was just uploading my newest one, and the upload process failed me. As a matter of fact, somehow it says upload still pending. This is ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. That was going to be the video you saw, but for some reason it's saying 97% upload pending. Never mind. Yeah. Pablo is in the building. He is in the building. Yeah, so basically the the LDBC stuff, I really don't have time. Still banging out. Well, it's an average of 3, my friend. I'm still banging out an average of 3. You can read them like a book, says Leighton Evelyn. If Joshua don't knock out Ruiz in round 1, then Wilder is better. Yeah, but Ruiz is a better caliber of opponent, I'm afraid to say. And that is something we are going to go into. We're going to do a fight analysis. We're going to do a fight analysis of that fight. We're going to get into it. Everybody's warmed in. Smash the like button as you come in, folks. But straight away, let's get underway. Okay. All right. For the first question, how many of you? Joshua's not silly. He's not going to rush in. That would be stupid. That's going to be stupid. But we're going to do a fight analysis of the Wilder Breezel fight. We're doing that later on in the show. Hey, Boxing Blunt says Wilder stock keeps rising. Eventually the fight will happen, but pressure is on AJ and Fury now. It's a soap opera. Yes, we'll get into that. Right. First question. I know everybody wants to talk about the Wilder Breezel, but we're gonna save that for dessert. First things first. Feminine angry dwarf. That's a good question. I still think, hey, Boxing and Blunts, I still think the pressure is on Wilder. The pressure, in my opinion, is still on Wilder. Boxing 101 says Kawanaki B class. Yeah, B class fighter. Knocked out Spilker and Washington quicker than Wilder. Exactly. AJ American debut can't be a sloppy performance or like, oh yeah, I agree with that. He can't be sloppy, definitely. But ultimately, I think the pressure is now on Wilder because Wilder was, as a matter of fact, we'll get into that later. Not even going to get into that now. Mate, 78 interview, Wilder was saying for his fans to keep the keep the pressure on AJ. Well, okay, we'll get into that. But firstly, I'm going to divert the attention from that. We're going to come back to that too. The Josh Taylor, Ivan Barachik, IBF super lightweight championship fight. How many people saw that fight? How many people saw the Josh Kelly or watched the Josh Kelly Ivan Barachek fight? I know I'm like 5 seconds behind. Heinrich Schmitz is in the house live from Germany. Nice to have you in here. How many people saw the fight? Josh Taylor versus Ivan Barachek. Yeah. Josh Taylor. Yeah, not Kelly. Josh Taylor. Okay. Just needed to know that to know. Yes. I watched it. Nope. Yep. Saw the highlights. The African sensation has populated the area for the first time. The African sensation says nothing but respect to Wilder on a fantastic knockout. We're coming back to that. The African sensation. We're coming to that later. For the time being, we're talking about, or the question is, did you see the Josh Taylor fight versus Ivan Barachek? No, Henry Smith. We just started, my friend. We just started. Excelente. Don't watch it now, my friend, after the show. But that was the one that I was going to show. I can tell, Leighton Evelyn, I can tell we have an interesting character in the African sensation. The African sensation is going to be an interesting character. That is my prediction. Okay. First things first. Let's do the assessment on the fight. All right. So yeah, it was a tough fight. I thought Josh Taylor made it harder than it needed to be. Josh made it harder than it needed to be. But he gritted it out. It was gritty. It was a very gritty fight. And he has become another UK champion at, what is it? At super lightweight under the IBF. African Sensation says, I saw it and it was a great fight. Taylor was made to work, but the more skilled fighter in Taylor was able to adjust. Yes, says the African Sensation. Josh Taylor is the underdog versus Progress. That's going to be a war, says Eric Rosa in the house. Eric Rosa is in the house. Super lightweight, Tommy. I think it's super lightweight. Is it not super lightweight? Super light. Okay, super lightweight or welterweight. Yeah, light welterweight. Okie dokie, Tommy. Appreciate that. Who else has anything to say on the topic? 140. Yeah. Top fight, says Leighton Evelyn. High class. Yes. Tough fight for Taylor, says Feminine Angry Dwarf. He did well. He ain't beating Progress. That is what Feminine Angry Dwarf has to say. I'm going to give you my assessment in a second. Pablo. Watching the FA Cup final too. I don't follow football anymore, so that's freed up some of my time. Feminine Angry Dwarf. I can't see Taylor winning against Progress. I expect a KO. That was my next question. Toby Bartlett. Taylor stayed in the pocket too much, but fought very well. That guy didn't get tired. He was on juice. Who you referring to, Leighton? The other guy, Barachek or Taylor? African Sensation says Taylor v. Progress is a hard fight to call because we've seen how Taylor can adjust. However, Progress has never been tested, even though he's beat good fighters. We've never seen him have to adjust. Barachek. Okay, yeah. Barachek, yeah. He was definitely supercharged. Those Eastern Europeans seem to have some engines on them. Definitely supercharged. Okay, so my assessment is that Taylor could have made the fight easier. I feel that Taylor got dragged into a war unnecessarily. I think that you need to... Okay, it live. Yes, Fozzie, it's live. I think that Taylor needed to use more angles, way more angles, to make the fight easier. Yes, Barachek was continually new subscriber, MB. Thank you very much, MB. And smash that bell icon. I think that Taylor needed to use more angles and more finesse. Instead, he got dragged into a war, and yes, he won the war. But still, my philosophy is you have to take it to the champ. You have to take it to the champ, says the geezer. You have to take it to the champ. But you want to outscore the champ as with taking as little damage as possible. Easier said than done, admittedly. But this is where I'm going. Here's where I'm going. Now, next, he's up against Progress. And what I'm saying is that he's going to have to box smarter against Progress. He's going to have to fight smarter. You have to take to the opponent, period. He's going to have to fight smarter. The name of the game to me is to be hit and not be hit. So whenever possible, hit and not be hit. I think that Taylor, if he'd have opted for a smarter, if he'd have fought to his higher potential, he'd have got hit less. Yeah? Oh, yeah, the guy in the Kamastia. The African Sensation says, I have to disagree because Barachek was countering Taylor as he tried to set up angles with his jab. Taylor became nervous at range. So him going to the inside gave him more countering opportunities. So you think he was better off on the inside? Yeah. Ultimately, Taylor is going to have to fight smarter against Progress. That is my assessment. Ultimately the winner is the more successful with the game plan. I think the difference will be Taylor's foot speed and defense. Progress is a bit too flat-footed for my liking, says Akum Mass Deception. Okay, there's another new name. In the chat. Akum Mass Deception and the African Sensation. Leighton Evelyn, yes. Taylor's got good footwork. But you have to take it to the champ, says the geezer. Tony Bartlett, he stayed in the pocket too much, but fought very well. Feminine Angry Dwarf, I can't see him winning against Progress. I expect a KO. The LDBC are coming. Who are these guys? I've never seen these guys before. Akum As Deception and the African Sensation. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. So we've summed that up. We've summed that. Okay. The African Sensation is a hardcore Wilder fan. African Sensation. How did you come across this? How did you come across this channel, African Sensation? That goes out to the African Sensation, and it goes out to Akumas Deception. I've never seen you in any of my videos, either of you, and I don't think you're subscribers. How did you come across this this channel, gentlemen, if I may ask? So African Sensation, type boxing in, then type live, filter live. Okay. The LDBC, clearly fanboys. They seem to live their lives through Wilder, says Akumas Deception. How did you come across this channel, Akumas Deception? I've never seen you before. It's good to see some new faces. How did you come across the channel? Akumas Deception. Yeah, get back to me on that, bro. I always like to know where people found the channel, you know? It's like my market research. You know? Okay. Yeah, Akumas Deception. Okay, get back to me on that answer, my friend. It's nice, always nice for me to know. I like to accumulate. I've been sub for a while. I just don't comment much. Okay, cool. Good to have you. Good to have you in here. Excelente. Yeah, lovely. Okay, next topic. Yes, indeed. Pablo says nothing wrong with being a Wilder fan. We're all boxing fans. It's all good if it's respectful. I echo those thoughts. African Sensation got a wrench with BFTB. Okay. Maybe that's where African Sensation came across me in my little chit chat with BFTB. Okay. Lovely. Right. Next topic. Billy Joe Saunders versus Sifat Isifi for the WBO super middleweight. How many people watched that fight? How many people watched that Billy Joe Saunders fight? Yeah, indeed. Only love here. Indeed. How many people watched the Billy Joe Saunders fight versus Sifat Isifu? Yes, says Tommy Temper. Yes, says Toby Bartlett. Nope, Giza. Yes, next is one. Yes, great fight, says Pablo. The African Sensation said I watched it. Was a showcase for Saunders. Leighton Evelyn. Highlights. Monty Fieldman. Yes, okay. I'd just like to get a gauge of how many people will be able to relate to what I'm saying. The topic matter. The subject matter. Yes, Monty Fieldman. Yes, Padre al-Baghdadi. I'll watch it later at some point. Yeah. Okay, so let's get into that. I didn't watch the whole thing. And I'll explain why. This guy is Sifu. He's a guy I've never heard of. But yeah, he's a world champion. That's the problem. That's the problem these days with so many governing bodies. People you haven't heard of can be a world champion. It's kind of ridiculous. And also, even though I didn't know who the guy was, I had a feeling that it was going to be a formality that Billy Joe was going to win. Yeah, it was like a formality. Billy Joe was going to win. And when I watched the opening round, the title was vacant. He was the #1 contender. Okay, excelente. So, yeah, I had the feeling that Billy Joe was going to win this fight. So from the opening bell, from the opening round, Billy Joe comes out with fast hands, totally outclassing his opponent. And I thought, okay, so what is this? This is what I expected it to be. It's like a mismatch. It's a mismatch. It's clearly different levels of ability. It was more like a sparring session for Billy Joe Saunders, says Pablo. It was crazy. It was what I expected it to be. Saunders has a decent chin. He rocked a few times. He was rocked a few times. Leighton Evelyn. Billy got caught in the 7th, I think. Yeah, he got caught in the 6th or 7th. Toby Bartlett. Frank set it up. Yeah, it was a no-brainer. It was a foregone conclusion. I don't like that. Billy had to give a lot of man love to recover after getting clipped. Yeah, he got clipped. Oh, fisheye, says the geezer. But you know, with so many governing bodies now, these kind of things can happen. Total mismatch. Although the guy did have a nice dig on him, and he did rock Billy. It's difficult to gauge exactly how good Billy Joe Saunders is, says Marty Thielman. Well, one thing I'll say for Billy Joe Saunders is he is clearly very evasive. I was watching him in those early rounds, and I remember, and I just looked at him and I said, yeah, you didn't start off at the Brendan Ingle gym, but you've got a lot of that evasiveness that Brendan Ingle so much cultivated up there. You've got a lot of that evasiveness. Yes, Ped. A lot of that evasiveness, and it's hard to hit. It's hard to hit some of those Brendan Ingle guys. I know he's left the Ingle gym now, but they are hard targets to hit. Very hard targets. Yeah. So you're on an uphill battle. So even though we don't know how good, it's hard to quantify how good Billy Joe Saunders is. One thing is for sure. The guy is hard to hit. Very, very hard to hit. And that's an excellent asset to have going forward. Now, what's this talk about Callum? Was it Callum Smith? Let's talk about Billy Joe Saunders wanting to go up against Callum Smith. Billy Joe Saunders wanting to go up against Callum Smith. Is that a popular fight for people? Is that a popular fight? Is the Callum Smith v. Billy Joe Saunders a popular fight? Who wins? Smith over Billy Joe. That's what I'm hearing. Smith might be too big. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing the consensus of feedback that I'm getting from people, not just in the chat, but in general, is that Smith might... people are giving Smith the edge against Billy Joe Saunders. Yeah. People are saying Smith. People favor Smith over Saunders. People favor Smith over Saunders. And if so, then I think that would be an interesting fight. That would be a fight. Billy Joe has a lot of haters, so don't buy that. Adam Neal is in the house. Adam Neal is in the house, I think for the first time. Is this your first time, Adam? Leighton Evelyn, Smith too big. Adam Neal says Billy Joe has a lot of haters. Tommy Temper agrees. Yes, excellent, Adam. Adam Neal, yes, excellent. Smash the bell icon so you stay tuned. You get notified of when we go live. Smash that bell icon, Adam. Marty Fieldman says Saunders may be too elusive. Saunders is extremely elusive. That's my observation. Extremely elusive. The way Smith beat Groves could be the blueprint for Smith, says Akuma's deception. Adam Neal in boxing or out. If Smith can cut off the ring well, then I give Saunders no chance. Excellent. Thank you, Adam. Thank you. Smash that like button and the bell icon. Smith got reach. He will touch him, says Leighton Evelyn. Saunders v. Plant would be a nice dance party at 168, says Adam Neal. Let me go back into the chat. Canelo is my pound for pound. Yeah. I don't see Canelo in a rush to give Billy Joe a shot. Fazio is here. Smith will him up. Simple. Would love to see it. The African Sensation. I'd watch it definitely. It's a great fight. Smith might be too big. Callum versus Billy Joe. They can do that at the O2. Don't know about Wembley, but certainly the O2. Says Adam Neal. The geezer has Smith over Billy Joe Saunders. Canelo impressed me a lot, says Akuma's Deception versus Jacobs. Nexus 1, Smith will ruin him. Okay. Billy Joe got to do a lot of good things before people like him again, says Toby Bartlett. Leighton Evelyn, I like Plant. The geezer, Plant looks good. Akuma's Deception. Plant and Benavides are the best in the division, in his opinion. The African Sensation believes that Canelo would have fought Billy Joe if Billy Joe held a world title at middleweight. Toby Bartlett, I like the Plant fight. The geezer, Benavides has fast hands. Tommy Temper, I can't see Billy Joe beating the bigger guys at 168. Guys that can move up to light heavy. Leighton Evelyn, mad cops killed Plant's mother. Nuts. Yeah, I think she had mental problems, Leighton. Not justifying it, not at all. But I think she behaved erratically. But still, it's a shame. I think she was armed with something. I think. Terrible, says the geezer. Indeed. Plant and Benavides hate each other. That fight would be super real. Okay, Benavides has to beat Durrell first. Okay, so I think we've covered that topic. Only in the USA, for real. Going back to Kelly Plant's mother, rough. The geezer said she had a knife. Yeah, but they have stun guns. She had a knife, they have stun guns. I don't see why they go for the least lethal force when there are less lethal. They have stun guns, they have mace. I don't see why they go straight for the gun when there are other things. There are other tools. Tasers, mace. He lost a baby girl too. Yeah, he's had it rough. He's had it rough, but he's world champ now. You know, tomorrow's another day. You know, he has to go forward. He cannot dwell on the past, even though it must be emotionally very terrible. But he did speak on his mother and her mental health issues. So clearly it was a serious issue that the family were going through, that she was going through. Still, it's very unfortunate what happened to his mother. Extremely unfortunate. Yeah, UK cops, they would have gone for less lethal force ordinarily. Okay, so we've covered those topics. Now, coming to another contentious topic. Highly contentious. Billy Joe Saunders versus Sharif. No. Joe Joyce versus Ustinov. Joyce versus Ustinov. So that's the next topic. Joyce versus Ustinov. How many people, first and foremost, how many people saw that fight? How many people saw the Joyce versus Ustinov fight over the weekend? Joyce versus Ustinov. Tommy Temper, yes. The African Sensation, yes. Pablo, yes. Hey, Nevlin, yes. Big Unit, I did. Toby Bartlett, yes. The Geezer. 2 fastest heavyweights. Nexus, no. The Geezer, yes. Marty Fieldman, yes. Not impressed. Adam Neal, Joyce has good power. Okay, so I did a video and it was controversial. It doesn't appear that many people agree with my assessment, but I will reiterate my points and we can have the discussion. In Joyce's fight versus Ustinov, in the fight with Joyce versus Ustinov, I saw new things from Joyce. I have not been a Joyce believer. I agree with the general consensus that Joyce is a big hitter but slow. But I saw different things in that fight. I saw a lot more movement from Joyce, particularly with the upper body. I saw a lot of movement. With the upper body. A lot of upper body movement. I saw feints. I saw him slipping punches nicely with upper body movement. I saw a lot of new things now that he's working under Adam Booth. And even though the criticism, the knock against him, about him being a slow puncher is true. I accept that that's true. But I don't know. I saw significant improvement with him. They say when you go with a new trainer, it takes a good few fights before the new style implemented by the trainer starts to come through. But I saw immediate improvement. Immediate. And so, although the criticism is fair, he's a slow puncher, I have seen things in the movement, in the slipping of the punches, in the shot selection. I've seen things that give me cause for optimism that Joyce is on an upward curve. He's on an upward curve. With the movement that he's got, he showed me something new. He showed me something I hadn't seen him in before. And he also showed fighter IQ. I like the way he's blocking punches as well, easily, just deflecting, putting the armor, deflecting the hooks. I liked it. I liked it. I like what I saw. Yes, still slow, but his shot selection, his arsenal of shots, his blocking of punches, his seeing, reading the game, his upper body movement. I like it. I like it. The naysayers are many, and I have been a naysayer. Still am to a certain extent. But I saw significant improvement and reason to be optimistic. The Joyce can keep on climbing. That's what I saw. Let me go into the chat. Yeah, what's up? What's up, Trigger Happy J? Not gonna read all that, but it's very nice. Where'd you get that one from? Trigger Happy J is in the house. He's populated the area. Let me go back into the chat. Marty Fieldman, saw it, not impressed. Adam Neal, Joyce has good power. Leighton Evelyn, slow as hell. Look like a pub bro. Toby Bartlett, snooze fest. Padre al-Baghdadi, great win. Pablo, robotic Joyce, but effective. Yes, I'm going to be looking out for Joyce's fights in the future. Joyce has got an engine, but too slow, says Leighton Evelyn. Big unit. He moved. Lol. Leighton Evelyn, new boots. Adam Neal, I agree. Joyce is improving. He's a late starter in the game. Yes, he is. Yes, he was trying something different, says the geezer. The man was a track and field athlete. How can he be so slow? That's a good question. Padre al-Baghdadi. Joyce won't increase his output, though. African Sensation. It's easy to show different things when Ustinov is your opponent. Yeah. You could say that, but still, there's a lot of people who just go in there with their old things. Joyce is a great painter too. Yes, he's artistic, says the geezer. By next summer, Joyce will get a chance against a top 5 heavyweight. Yes, it's very, very likely. It's highly likely. I'll buy that. Well, top 7. I'll buy that. Fuzzy's here. I watched it, and it was like deja vu for me. I already saw the out, a beatdown, and stoppage. Ustinov was tailor-made for Joyce. Another good step for Joyce. Yeah. He shows more speed after the fight. Well, but I would like him to do well, says Toby Bartlett. Trigger Happy J said he's got that little thing from his head. He's a poet. That's good. Marty Fieldman, because he's so slow, he'll have to constantly move. But he's so heavy. The geezer. Didn't Ustinov come out of retirement? No, he didn't come out of retirement. His last fight was about, 5 months ago? 6 months ago? Unless he retired. Joyce v. Wilder. Over in 10 seconds. Says Leighton Evelyn. Trigger Happy J. Never thought I'd see someone from CX in here. What's CX? What is CX? What is CX? Okay, so that concludes our analysis of the Joyce v. Ustinov fight. Yeah, the geezer says Leighton Evelyn. Which way? Which way? Joyce v. Wilder over in 10 seconds. Okay, so we get into the pudding now. I haven't talked to BTFB yet. I talk to him about once a month. Once a month. We're gonna leave that until the thing grows. It's growing. It's growing and growing. Like Evelyn said, Wilder. Trigger Happy J. Ice Poseidon CX community. What's that? What's that community about? What is that community about, Trigger Happy J? Fuzzy's here. And Joyce ain't even had 10 fights in 10 fights. And in 2 fights time, he will have a better resume than Wilder. Woo! It took Wilder 13 rounds to get the stoppage on Stavern. And Joyce did it in 1 fight in half the rounds. Very good point. Very good point. Leighton Evelyn, get him on. Get him on. Yeah, we're going to have to grow this baby. You have to grow this baby. Pablo. Joyce is a late starter, but has a lot of amateur experience. I rate him. I have been a non-believer in Joyce, but I see significant improvement, and I am in the minority. I understand I'm in the minority, but I've seen some things in him. I've seen something. I've seen the sign. I've seen a versatility. I've seen a ring IQ. I'm in the minority right now, but I'm telling you, Joyce is going to go on pretty well in the heavyweight division. He's going to do pretty well in the heavyweight division if he continues with Adam Booth and he continues to improve at the rate that I've seen him improve in only 1 fight with Adam Booth. I've seen it. I see the sign. I see the sign. That guy has versatility. He showed some versatility. Trigger Happy, it's a troll community. That's for people that love comedy. And they do live streams, like go around doing crazy. Okay, crazy stuff. Sounds kind of crazy, says Trigger Happy J. Leighton Evelyn, I got a lot of amateur experience. Don't mean shizzle. Okay, so we're moving on from that topic. Right. We're heading over to, as a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat. Let me see if the video's up. Let me see if the video, my new video's up that I want to show you. Let me see if it's up. Let me see if it's up. Okay. Yes, it is. Okay, we're sharing.
Yes.
We are sharing. We're going to screen share. Hopefully, the screen share application window. Let's go. Let's go. This is the new topic.
Yes, yes. It's Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. And if you haven't subscribed already, please kindly do so. And today, we're looking at the moment Deontay Wilder almost lost his crown. A lot of people talking about how Deontay Wilder is now the 1-round specialist. He can knock anybody out in 1 round. That is utter garbaggio. Utter garbaggio. Against Dominic Breezel, Deontay Wilder was facing a guy who is known for defending with his face. That's right, you heard it. Dominic Breezel defends with his face. Let's have a look at some of the analysis. Okay, he's got his hands up there. Stretches. Tailor-made for the right hand to come over the top. Wilder will have noticed that. A break. Tailor-made for the right hand to come over the top. This is a fight analysis. Wilder's testing the water. Testing the water. He's looking to see if Breezel drops the left hand. Backs up Wilder. Drops his own hands. Circle. Looking for that right hand over the top. Breezel moves away. He has hands up that time. Wilder's ready, open for the 1-2. He's open for the 1-2. Pouring jab, pouring. He's pouring with it. You command it to the body there. Boom. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's the right idea. But you should have used movement, head movement. Faded to one side or the other. Preferably Breezel's right side. Because you know the right hand's coming. Still got his hands up. Okay, that's more like it. Boom. Look at that. Look at that positioning. You know the spring. You know the spring Deontay has in those legs. So that was dangerous. Danger signs already. Hands low. Boom. 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 Oh no. Didn't come with one underneath. Leaves himself wide open. Wide open. See that? Wide. Oh, and that's what got him in trouble. Boom. Let's go back. Let's watch him leave himself wide open. Boom. The jab was too slow. It wasn't a piston jab. He just pours out with it. Got him in trouble. He expected Wilder to come under. Leaves his hand out there. Boom. Rookie mistake. And retreats, still wide open. Rookie movements, rookie movements. Boom. Knees dip. Boom. Now this is the moment I'm talking about. This is the moment that I'm talking about that nobody else is talking about. Look at this. Look at what happens. Wilder leaves himself wide open while he's assaulting. Wide open. No head protection. Wide open. Now look here. Boom. Rocks Wilder. Back legs goes back. Boom. One to the face. Wilder's wide open while he's flailing. Boom. 3 shots. And Wilder goes Bambi legs. Does a stanky leg. Look at that. Look at that. Wilder's rocked. Now he's pouring. Now he's pouring. Now he's making the rookie mistakes and holds on. Let's go back to the moment. Boom. Look at that. Let's go back again. Boom. Against the puncher, Wilder loses in this encounter. Boom. Rocks him to his heels. Rocks him on his heels. And the next shot almost takes him out. Boom. Loses his legs. Look at that. He's got this doing the stanky leg. He's doing the stanky leg. He doesn't punch it. He's not punching anymore. He's on the retreat. His hands are down. Open for the Joshua combination. And holds on. Let's go back. Open for the Joshua combination. Boom. Steps back, comes back in. That didn't do it. Boom. Right to the face. Rocks him on his heels. And the next one does it. Boom. Doing the stanky leg. He stop punching. Hands are down. Open for the Joshua combination. Look at that. Open for the combination. Holding his head down. He's holding on for dear life. People are excited. Look at this lady. She's excited. Look at the old men with her. They're behind her. They're watching her. Everybody's standing up. Because at that moment, ladies and gentlemen, Deontay Wilder was open for the Joshua combination. So please, stop talking about this guy like he's ready to take everybody out in one round. Ortiz had him rocked to his cotton socks. Even pillow-fisted Fury had him rocked to his cotton socks. And Breezel, the guy who defends with his face, who was always going to lose early, according to me, always going to lose early, because he defends with his face and he's a slow starter against a headhunter who's a fast starter. The guy who defends, get out of here. The guy who defends with his face and is a slow starter is always, 9 times out of 10, going to lose to the headhunter who is a fast starter. It's simple mathematics. But as we see there, Wilder was open for the Joshua combination. One last look. Boom, rocks him back on his heels. Boom, rocks him back, does the stanky leg. Doesn't know what day it is. Talking about he's got a headache. Now, reaching, pulling, boom, ready for the knockout, ready to be knocked out. And holds on for dear life. So please, let's have no more of this nonsense talk about this guy being ready to take everybody out in the first round. Breezel was tailor-made for Deontay Wilder, and Shelley Finkel knew it. That's why they were so insistent they were going to go with Breezel and not Dillian White, because they knew that this guy was a slow starter who defends with his face and would not last against Deontay. But he put him on Queer Street. He had him rocking and rolling. He had him doing the Bambi dance. Had him doing the stanky leg. So stop all this nonsense talk about this guy being ready to finish people in the first round. He almost got finished in the first round. Stop it. And stop all the nonsense talk about Wilder finishing Breezel earlier than Joshua did. Joshua finished the other two common opponents they both had, he and Deontay had, quicker than Deontay did. Do the math. Do the research. It's Raphael Dawkins. If you haven't subscribed already, please kindly do so. Check out the live shows. Boxing Talk with Raphie. Monday at 9. Wednesday at 9. Friday at 9.
Yes.
PM, UK time. And
Let's
Saturday
cut that.
lunchtime.
Okay. That's the latest piece. Let me get back in the proper window. Where am I? Okay. Right. What I'm saying is that Wilder leaves himself open also. Well, first of all, let's start off with the matchup. The matchup was extremely favorable for Wilder. Where's the music? Extremely favorable for Wilder. Let's get the music going again. Yeah. In Breezel, you had a very, very slow starter. You have a slow starter who blocks with his face. In Wilder, you have a very, very fast starter. A guy who looks to get the opponent out as ASAP, as soon as possible. So the matchup favored Deontay Wilder to an extreme degree. The slow starter who likes to block with his face versus the fast starter who likes to punch to the face, who headhunts. Okay, let's go in the chat. Let's go into the chat. Nick Diaz is in the area. Tony Douglas is in the area. Yes, smash that like button, guys. Anybody who hasn't smashed it yet, smash it now. Appreciated. Okay. Okay. Right. So, African sensation. I think Wilder just got buzzed by a big man, but nowhere near getting stopped. I disagree. Well, I'll go into that later. That says the African sensation. Look at them pins, says the geezer. Gabaggio, says Tommy Temper. Let's see. Breeze Padre al-Baghdadi says Breezel said Joshua punches like lady slaps. Really? Is that what he's saying now? Wasn't saying that before. He was whistling a different tune. I believe Joshua dropped him twice. I had a quick look at the old fight to refresh my memory. Joshua dropped him twice, and the referee waved it off in the 7th to save him from any more damage. Nick Diaz. AJ's too smart for Wilder. AJ sparks him in 6 rounds. Tommy Temper. Joshua mid-range would have closed the show with that much exposure. I agree. I'll go into it shortly. Leighton Evelyn. He looked quick though. Regarding Wilder. Yes, he did. He did look quick. He did look quick when he saw the opening. But you have to understand as well that Breezel leaves those openings. Breezel is not defensively tight. Tony Douglas. I was saying simple basic defense works against any fighter. The basics, good guard and footwork. These techniques Breezel did not adopt against Wilder. If any fighter was made for Wilder, it was Breezel. I totally agree. Breezel was totally tailor-made for Wilder. He was lightning, says Leighton Evelyn. He was fast, yeah. But like I said, Breezel left the door open for him. And he went straight on in. But that's what Breezel does. Breezel leaves that door open. And against a fighter like Wilder, a headhunter like Wilder, no. tailor-made for Wilder. Tailor-made. The style was totally tailor-made for Wilder. It was exceptionally good matchmaking. We're going to get into that in a second. Yeah. Big unit. He was open for the Joshua uppercut. And Joshua throws that with muscle memory. Monty Fieldman. He had him against the ropes when he was hurt briefly. Yes, he did have him. Breezel did have him when he was up against the ropes. Who's BB? Shola Ibofin is in the house. He was shook momentarily, but that's when he's at his most dangerous. Breezel is totally tailor-made. A totally tailor-made bum. Bum of the month. Wilder got hit hard, says Nexus. Wilder did the stanky leg. Breezel made Wilder do the stanky leg. Smash that like button, folks. Smash that like button. Dominic Breezel is a walk-in heavy bag. He never showed improvements. Says Original Bruno. Original Bruno, first time I've seen that name in the place. Good to have you. Smash that like button. And smash the bell icon so you get notifications for the live shows. Original Bruno. Shane Campbell is back. Wilder beat Dominic in more impressive fashion. Wilder beat Dominic. Wilder fought Dominic Breezel in his 42nd fight. Anthony Joshua fought Breezel in his 17th fight. So there's a significant difference there. Also, of their three common opponents, Anthony Joshua has finished the other two quicker than did Deontay Wilder. So it's 2-1 to Anthony Joshua. Toby Bartlett. Breezel is still a PBC fighter. That's why he said AJ's punches were soft and Uncle Al told him what to say. Nexus. Dominic Breezel is an average fighter, ex-football star. Marty Fieldman. Wilder has the legs of a oh dear. Of a disabled. Well, haha, I'm not going to read that. Shane Campbell. Wilder is quicker and a bigger puncher than AJ. Wilder. Why does this thing keep jumping on me? Let me go back to that. Right. Wilder is quick. He's very quick. And he does pack that one hitter quitter. But did he take Breezel out with one punch? I guess the final shot was a one punch. The final shot was a one puncher. The final shot was a one puncher. But to counteract that, Joshua has a wider arsenal. Joshua is more defensively sound. And Joshua puts people away with tight combos, tight combinations. So you see when Breezel rocked Wilder, you see when Breezel had made Wilder do the stanky leg. What did Wilder do? What did Wilder do? Wilder just reached out his arms. He did the exact same thing that Breezel did. He stretched out his arms and left his chin up high. Left his chin exposed. What do you think Anthony Joshua would do? Anthony Joshua in that situation would knock Deontay Wilder out cold. With one punch? Maybe not. But with a nice tight combo. A nice tight combo. Wilder's defense is leaky. Joshua would find his way through any gaps like water. Water will always find a gap. Water will always find a gap. Wilder's defense is leaky. Joshua will find his way through. And when Wilder gets stunned, what does he do? He stretches out his hands like a mummy. He stretches out his hands like a mummy. He stretches out his hands like Breezel. Leaves his jaw totally exposed. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? Joshua will knock, under those circumstances, Joshua would knock Deontay Wilder out. You saw even Fury had Deontay Wilder rocked. What do you think Anthony Joshua is going to do? Realistically, he's going to take that jaw off. That's my opinion, based on the evidence that Wilder has a leaky defense. I don't know the Czech heavyweight Thomas Korita Heinrich Schmidt. You want to tell me something about him? Okay. Joshua could easily floor Wilder with a straight right hand, says Tommy Temper. I agree. Fury rocked Wilder in the 12th, says Tommy Temper, with a two-piece. He rocked him earlier as well, Tommy Temper. Big Smoke is in the house. Now subscribe and smash the notification button, Big Smoke. There are a lot of new faces in tonight. Lots of new faces. That means the reach is improving. The reach is improving. The subscriber number is climbing as we speak. Leighton Evelyn. Joshua will have a game plan for Wilder. Wilder has a leaky defense. Wilder has a leaky defense. Joshua has a tight defense. When you go up against Wilder, the name of the game is defense. Keep your head covered and work behind the jab. Basic fundamentals beats Wilder. Good fundamentals beats Wilder. Marty Fieldman, Joshua is a spiteful body puncher. Joshua is a very complete fighter. Fury has more flair. Fury has more feints. Fury has a little bit more, a little bit more, I don't know what. He has a little bit more pizzazz with his style. But while he's doing showmanship, Fury has more showmanship. Yo, Big Smoke, have you subscribed and hit the bell icon yet? Come on, Big Smoke. Let's go. But when you actually look back and look at how many strikes were landed in the Fury versus Wilder fight, they were very close. So I think sometimes Fury gives the impression that he's landing more than he actually is. Joshua has less of that showmanship, but he has solid fundamentals. And we saw against Povetkin, he's expanding his arsenal and he's deepening his craft. We saw a heavyweight with the Philly shell. We saw a heavyweight with the Philly shell, doing the Philly shell. Not to say he's going to use that against Wilder. He's the wrong person to use that against, perhaps. But still, he is improving and increasing his arsenal at all times. Plus, he has the basic fundamentals. Keep the head covered. He has a very, very effective jab. And he goes to the body. He works upstairs and downstairs. Joshua has all the tools to take care of Wilder in emphatic form. Wilder depends on people lacking good fundamentals. It depends on that. When he meets a person with good fundamentals, he has trouble. Wilder has never fought a guy with as good a fundamentals as Joshua, plus knockout shots, knockout power. I repeat, Wilder has never fought a boxer with as good a fundamentals as Joshua, plus knockout power. Wilder has a leaky defense. Wilder, when stunned, goes into mommy mode, and then goes into huggy bear mode. Mommy mode, stretching the arms out, and then leaving his chin exposed, and then huggy bear mode. Then he hugs you. Joshua can take Wilder out when he's in mommy mode. And when Wilder goes into huggy bear mode, he can get took out by an uppercut or overhand right. Probably set up by a left hook. AJ will counter punch. Where are we? This thing is running. This chat is running wild. AJ will counter punch Wilder like he did Martin. Yes. Next is one. Leighton Evelyn. Joshua. Each punch zaps you. Rocks you. The geezer. Toby Bartlett. Ortiz rocked him bad, but the old boy's heart couldn't keep up. AJ's a lot younger man. Ortiz rocked him. Fury rocked him. Breezel rocked him. Significantly. If Breezel hadn't been rocked previously, he could have took Deontay Wilder out. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about that. If Breezel hadn't been rocked previously, he could have took Deontay Wilder out. Heinrich Schmitz. Thomas Kutira is an upcoming super fast heavyweight. Okay. We should be seeing something of him then. He could be Tyson Fury's next opponent. Marty Fieldman. Joshua has a stomach for a brutal fight. It amps him up. Yes. Trigger happy. I would love to see the UK. I would love to. Last one. Last one. New to the chat. Last one. Smash that bell icon so you get notifications. Last one. Smash that bell icon. Last one is referring to my encounter with BTFB when I was trying to school Coach, educate BTFB on the meaning of commercial value. I use the analogy that Deontay Wilder is like a tadpole in commercial value, whereas Anthony Joshua is like a shark. I thought it was a good analogy. Things jumped on me again. The chat's jumped on me again. The chat is extremely active. Smash that like button, folks. Smash that like button. Anybody who hasn't smashed the like button yet but is enjoying the show, please go ahead and smash that like button. Light it up. Light it up. Tommy Temple, Wilder does have a good jab as well. Wilder does have a good jab. Wilder does have a good jab, but he leaves himself open. He has a very good jab. Wilder is better than many people give him credit for. Smash that like button. Anybody who hasn't smashed it yet. Thank you. JD, TBV, American guy is in the house. What has he got to say? What has JD got to say? The way to beat Wilder is simple. You back him up with a double jab, triple jab, and then you stay close to him and work your hooks and uppercuts on him, in my opinion. Well, double jab? I don't know. I'll stick with a single jab. I'd work him with a single jab and let him open himself up. Double jab? I don't know. I have to think about that one. I don't know about the double jab or triple jab. Definitely not the triple jab. I'd work with a single jab and look for the opening. Maybe the double jab. Maybe the double jab. Triple jab? Stick with a single jab at first. See what happens. If the opening is there for the double jab, use the double jab. But double jab, single jab, double jab. If he's not reacting too well, dip to the body when the openings are there. When the openings are there. The primary thing you have to have against Wilder is good defense because he leaves openings. Last one. I'm an AJ guy, but AJ can't stand still against Wilder. AJ's got to press him, stand on his toes. Yeah, he will apply pressure. Shola Ibofin. Fury's only weakness is his concentration for 12 rounds, and he lacks the ability to get Wilder out of there. Hamed is in the house. Hamed, smash that like button. There's some people in here who haven't smashed that like button. Some of you newcomers, you know where the like button is. Smash it. Much appreciated. Smash it. Wilder quick, but Joshua will be smart, says Leighton Evelyn. Huggy Bear mode is legit, says last one. He goes into mummy mode where he stretches his hands out. Seen him do it multiple times. Wilder stretches his hands out when he's stunned. Stretches his hands out, leaves his jaw exposed. And then after that, he thinks, oh, shizzle, I shouldn't do that. Then he goes for Huggy Bear mode. Joshua can capitalize on either or both of those modes. When he goes into mummy mode, perfect. Knockout time for Joshua. It's time for Josh to knock him out. If he slips that, which I don't think he will, because remember, Joshua's a combination puncher. If he slips a combination, which is highly unlikely, and goes into mummy mode, Joshua has the power to throw him off. Literally throw Deontay Wilder off him. Shrug him off badly. Go after him. Tight defense. Boom, boom, boom. Combination to the dome. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? Marty Fieldman. I don't think Wilder hits any harder than he hit Breezel. I think that was his limit. I don't see it getting any better than that. That's his highlight. I don't see him hitting any harder than that. That's his highlight. Hamed is asking, where's his wrench? Hamed, there's people in here. There's deputies in here in line for the wrench. But come over regularly. Come over regularly and smash that like button, Hamed. You're always welcome over here, bro. Neil Adams. If Ortiz wasn't 45 years old, he would have beat Wilder. 100%. 100%. Shola Bofin. Well said, Raph. You only need to watch the Gerard Washington fight to back up what I said. Indeed, 100% Shola. Nexus 1. Molina rocked Wilder. Real bad. Lots of people have rocked Wilder and then stood back to admire their work or not understood that they had him on the brink. Joshua won't make that mistake. Joshua is like a shark. When someone's hurt, Joshua is like a shark. Somebody contradict me. Somebody tell me I'm wrong. Somebody tell me Joshua's not like us. Somebody tell me that Joshua can't smell one part of blood in a millionth in the water. Somebody tell me I'm wrong. Somebody tell me that Joshua is not like a shark when he gets somebody in trouble. He jumps on you. Washington didn't capitalize. Old man Ortiz was too old to capitalize. Went down through indigestion. JD. Oh, JD listened very closely when I was on TBV. He's come up with one of my old jokes. Ortiz went down through indigestion. He took a knee. Ahmed, Joshua is no breezer. He's in trouble if he tries rushing Joshua. If he tries rushing Joshua, he's going to end up on his back. Smash that like button, says Leighton Evelyn. Yeah, it's creeping up. It's creeping up. We got some of the newcomers. Newcomers, smash that like button as soon as you get in. You know it's entertainment over here. Tommy Temper, referring to Gremlin. I ain't seen Joshua in no commercials. How come his commercial value is so high when I ain't see him no commercial? I see him in one commercial and he's lasted for 1 second. And he still need to post up that video on the commercial value section. Tony Douglas. Joshua should not fight Wilder at distance. Don't let Wilder set himself and find his distance. No. You can't fight him at distance. You come in. Work behind the jab. Tight defense. Boom, boom. You see, people are criticizing Joshua for being somewhat orthodox. It's that orthodoxy that wins in the fight against the wild man Wilder. Nexus 1, typo on the shark. I'm going to release that. People criticize Joshua for his orthodoxy. That orthodoxy works for him particularly well against wild man Wilder. Tony Butler says he gets rocked because that's how he put the baby to sleep. Alec Murray is in the house. Big up, Alec. Smash that like button, Alec, and smash the bell icon if you have not done so already. Excellent. We've seen a ton of new faces tonight. The thing's growing, people. The thing is growing. It's real. Chris Brackus. I have never seen Chris Brackus in the chat before, ever. But he's here today. Are we talking boxing or smashing like buttons? Oh. Chris is one of those. We'll skip right past that. We'll skip right past Chris Brackus. Go to the geezer. Chris said, the geezer says both. Can you multitask, Chris? Can you multitask Chris Brackus? What do you think we're doing here? We're chatting boxing. And we're smashing like buttons. And we're smashing subscribe buttons. And we're smashing bell icons. Is that too hard to comprehend? Is that too hard to comprehend? Well said, geezer. Absolutely. 100. JD, I agree. Don't fight Wilder at distance. Ahmed, he's back. Looking for his wrench. Leighton Evelyn, Wilder's game plan would change when he gets punched in the mouth. Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Where's Ahmed Spanner? Like the video. Excellent. Good man. Appreciate it. JD, I say double jab because it's been proven that the double jab backs Wilder up. The double jab could work. I don't know about no triple business. The double jab could work. That's the JD. Talking about the double jab, yeah. Oh, JD's British, not American. But JD, aren't you a TBV guy? American? I thought you was an American TBV guy. You're a TBV guy, yeah? I thought you was an American guy. I thought you was a Wilder guy. You're a Wilder guy, no? No, there's a problem with that. You can support whoever you want to, but I thought you was a die-hard Wilder guy. Marty Fielman. I heard Wilder overextended his right elbow. If he didn't beat Breezel, then it would have got more and more difficult to throw the right. Well, that's the thing. Breezel was tailor-made. Breezel was tailor-made for Wilder, and his people know it. That's another thing I mean to say. Wilder's people, you have to give them props. They pick people who he can get highlight reels off. Breezel was a perfect fit for Wilder to get a highlight reel knockout from. You have to give credit to Wilder's handlers, the way they pick people. Look at the Stavern fight, the second Stavern fight. They knew he was out of shape. They knew he wasn't doing anything. They knew he was sitting on the couch for the best part of 2 years, 18 months. They knew what they were doing. Look at Ortiz. They knew old man Ortiz was in bad shape, could barely get through the medical. And look at Ortiz again. They want him again. Why? Because they know Wilder's going to knock him out even quicker this time. Another highlight reel. They pick people that are going to be good highlight reels for Wilder, and the place goes nuts. Certain Americans go nuts, not the smarter ones, because they know that Breezel was tailor-made. They know that Ortiz was an old man who was going to go down through age. He took a knee through age and indigestion. He literally took a knee through age. He was beating Wilder up and then got tired. Ortiz was beating Wilder up and then got tired through old age. They made a slight miscalculation with Fury, admittedly. But most people miscalculated that. Yeah, I know. That's mad. BTFB. Wilder is ready to break. Wilder was ready to break. Wilder's ready to break in every fight. In all of his last 3 fights, Wilder has been ready to break, and for one reason or another, his opponent has not capitalized. Ali Murray smashed it. Excellent. Oh, yeah, it's going up. Good. Newcomers are smashing that like button. Very important for the visibility of the show. A man once told me that in TBV land. Pablo, we right took the like buttons around these parts. JD, I troll TBB at Raphie. I support AJ too. Low. Really? JD. Maybe I'm getting you mixed up with somebody else. JD. Okay. I must have you mistaken with somebody else. Well, smash that bell icon, JD. You're welcome in here. Marty Fielman. Wilder likes them to stand 6 foot in front of him. And Evelyn. Yeah, I'm not even going to address that issue. It's quite clear that, Joshua's a ladies' man. It's quite obvious. I saw BFTB do a piece. It was quite sleazy, to be honest with you. quite sleazy. Lace Hatcher is in the house. Yes, yes, yes. You missed a good one, Lace, but we're still here. And you still got the replays. So it's all good. Good to have you in here. Lots of new people. Unbelievable. Anybody, new guys, smash that like button. BTFB only saying it because he's jealous and wants. Yo, BTFB went in with some foolishness in that video. Some serious foolishness. Serious foolishness. Seems like he's watching man too much. So it's back on him. BTFB will be institutionalized when AJ beats Wilder. Yo, it's going to be a bad day over there. I wonder what they're going to be saying over there, the LDBC crew, over the water. Fuzzy says, I don't know who can listen to the dude and take him seriously. Maybe crazy people? Crazy people? I enjoy debates, but those people over there, they're crazy, boy. They're crazy. Crazy. What? Gremlin was at the Wilder fight? Gremlin was at the Wilder fight? Grem? Well, we talked about this last week about the 50-50. Tony Douglas asked, we all want to see the fight. Should Wilder just get 50-50? I raised this topic last week, Tony Douglas. I raised the topic last week, and a surprising amount of people, surprising to me, said give him 50. A surprising amount of people said give him 50%. Me, never. Not under these circumstances. He had a chance to get 2 belts. He had a chance to fight Joseph Parker to get 2 belts. Then it would be 2 belts versus 2 major belts. He'd have been 2v2. Under those circumstances, I'd say, okay, he's still not worth it. He's still not worth it, but you could justify it. If he'd have fought Parker and beat Parker and took his belt, fine. Then you have 2 major belts versus 2 major belts. But he offered Parker somewhere in the region, I've heard, as little as $600,000 and up to $1 million. He offered Parker joke money. Parker came over to UK and fought AJ for $6 million. Yeah? So why should a man who's done so little get so much? No way. No way. But the joke of it is that he was asked point blank directly by one of his own people over there. If he were offered 50-50 today, would he take the fight in 2019? And he said, well, I don't think so. We got things in line. We've already made plans. We've got things in line. And we know those plans are Old Man Ortiz and Adam Kawanaki. Volume puncher, yes, but couldn't be considered a knockout puncher. Their game plan is to build their profile over there. That's what they're going for. They're looking to build profile. That's what they're doing. Profile equals exposure equals name value, increased name value, which means increased percentage split. That's what they're focused on over there now. They have no interest in fighting Joshua now. They have no interest in fighting Joshua now. They've changed the game plan. They want to stretch it out as long as possible to increase their argument for a 50-50 split and to increase people saying, just give him the 50. Just give him the 50. JD, I've been subscribed since you set up shop, Raphie. I was impressed with your righteous, truthful representation of boxing on TBV and thought you were unfairly treated by TBV. Oh, I must seriously have you mixed up with somebody else. You're a supporter. My bad. I think there's somebody over there called JD's. JDs. I thought you were JDs. That's my bad. That's my bad, JD. Yeah, I appreciate you being here. Yeah, but you don't comment in the videos. That's how I get to know people. I like to know all of these guys by the commenting in the videos. So that's how I know. But yeah, man, I appreciate your supporting. As for my treatment by TBV, that was, well, it was Nesto. Nesto was hurt because basically I didn't kowtow. I mean, you have to understand his position. I sympathize with him because he was getting slapped up every time I was on the show. He was trying to slap me up. I was palming all that stuff off and slapping him up. He was getting slapped up. How would you feel if you had your own show and your co-host was slapping you up? You tried to slap up your co-host and he was slapping you up, cuffing you up, dragging you by your collar backwards. How would you feel? That's what was happening. The guy likes to bully his co-host, and for once he found a co-host he couldn't bully. When he tried to bully me, he was getting slapped up to the ground and getting dragged backwards by his collar. How would you feel? How would you feel? The man was getting slapped up. He met a co-host he couldn't bully, and that was me. You know, but the truth of the matter is, I was always going to be setting up my own thing. That was the whole that was my thing. I went on there because they asked me. Everybody else asked to be on. I never asked to be on. They asked me to come on. But it's foolish on his part because you see what I'm doing. So he could have had some of this good stuff. He could have had some of this good stuff, but he was foolish. But nonetheless, I was always going to be doing this. Even if I was with them, I'd still be doing my own thing. Because when they ask, they want their co-host to give them links to new ideas. Every day when you tune in over there, someone has presented, whatever the show topic is, someone has presented that. Yeah, someone has presented that. I presented a few ideas, but they were from my point of view. They weren't TBV point of view. So my ideas were always rejected. Those ideas, which they would reject, would always be on my show, would always be on my thing. Do you know what I'm saying? You would always be on my thing. So I was always going to be using my ideas for my thing. So, and I look over there now and there's only two presenters. There's only, I don't know, I haven't checked it today. But the last couple of times I've checked, there's only two presenters. What's that all about? Where's Akon? I ask again, hashtag where's Akon? Where is Akon? You know? So, I don't know. That's their loss. I decided to go because I wasn't going to kowtow to, any kind of nonsense like that. So I said, no, dude, you got to send the links every day. Every day. Yes, Leighton Evelyn says, when Wilder is pulling in purses of 32 mil, then we can talk. Wilder is not of equal equity. It's like me and you, whoever, we buy a house. I put in 75%, you put in 25. And that's the split of that's the split of the bells. 75% versus 25%. When it comes time to sell the house, you want 50%. Well, that means I've lost 25% of my equity. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that at all. People are talking about the fight in Africa. Yeah. Will Wilder go? Will Wilder go to Africa? Will he go to Lagos? Leighton Evelyn says Raphie is a 40-year-old teenager. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with being young at heart, but you have to have maturity. And that's what's lacking. You got to be calm and cool, make cool decisions. You got to be cool decision. You got to have a cool, calm head. You have to have maturity. That's why people age. When you age, you should get wiser. You know, you should get wiser. Padre Al Baghdadi, I know what you're talking about. I saw a Nigerian channel, boxing channel, that was really proud that Wilder was 32% related. I saw you in there, Padre Al Baghdadi. Leighton Evelyn, Raph, I was a fan because you was the first UK dude to bully the bully. I bullied the bully. I bullied the bully. I bullied the bully. That's a fact. You know, I wouldn't have bullied him, but he tried to bully me, so I had to switch it. I had to use some Steven Seagal shit on him. Leighton Evelyn, Raph, they are saying Akon got headphones. That is mad. That is total and utter crap. That is total and utter crap. It's like when they said that I had the camera issues. I didn't have camera issues. I just asked him what camera you're using. It looks nice and sharp. I'm using the same computer I was using then. I did buy some camcord, some cam thing. What do they call those things? Those cam thing, webcam, which was supposed to be HD, and it looked crap. So now I just use this that's built into the iMac. It's great. Headphone issues. Mad. That was from Leighton Evelyn. Alec Murray, the Mecca of the world, called out by. I don't get that. Wilder didn't say he wouldn't be going to MSG, says the geezer. Yeah, good for you, Raphie. Yeah. I mean, I was going to be messed around. Sometimes the guy was sending a link. Other days he wouldn't. But when he didn't send the link, I never texted him and said, why didn't you send me a link? I just went in the chat and chatted to people normally. Then they go, hold on a sec, Raph. Why are you chatting to us here? And why are you not on the show? And I just say, Ness didn't send me the link. That would piss him off royally. I wouldn't text him and say, why didn't you send me the link? Because he should have sent me the link anyway. I'll just go in the chat and talk to people. And that would piss him off. Tommy Temper, the fight in Africa would be worldwide PPV. Yes. Leighton Evelyn. Raph, Wilder dumb like shh. He turned down 20 million to earn 9 million against Breezel. 9 million against Breezel. I don't see how he could have earned 9 million against Breezel. That was his purse. That was something like his purse against Fury, and that was pay-per-view. Where are they getting the extra money from? Where are they getting the extra money from? I don't think he earned 9 million. Where are they getting the extra money from? He earned in between 4 million and 10 million against what's his name? Fury. Fury alleges. Remember when Fury said he was gonna donate his money to charity, his purse? That was 7 million. That was reputed to be 7 million. Wilder got a little bit more, so that would have made it 8 million. Let's say 8 to 10. Let's be generous and say it was 10. How is he getting the same money for a TV show, a TV fight, that he got for a pay-per-view fight? I think they're inflating his money. But you notice they want to know how much AJ is earning, but they don't want to reveal how much they're earning. No. I say no to 50-50. I say no to 50-50. No to 50-50. He's not worth 50-50. He doesn't have 50-50 equity. He hasn't put in 50% of the work. It's a dictatorship over there. Well, but look what's happening. You know, they're losing talent. They could have had this talent over there. Not bigging myself up or exalting myself, but, you know, people tuned in for that. People have told me they tuned in for that. People have told me they were proud to have a UK representative who smashed it. Wasn't taking no ish. You know, I'll tell you what hurt my feelings when I saw, what's his name? when I saw that man, when I was on TBV, and Akon only asked me 2 questions, and the other guys asked me at least 30 questions apiece, I was very, very surprised. I was very, very surprised. Akon only asked me 2 questions. That's not good. That's not good. You have to be forceful. You have to be forceful. I appreciate that, the geezer. It's from the heart. You know, how could you have an asset and not appreciate that? You know, they're crazy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining because I got my own shit. I prefer my own shit. But I'm saying the stupidity. I'm looking at the stupidity of a particular man. He's crazy. You saw what was happening in the chat. You saw what was happening in the chat when I was on. The UK guys loved it. 99%. And you're going to lose that? Foolish. Foolish on their part. But I was always going to be doing my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Doing your own thing is always better. I'm a workaholic anyway. I put the work in. I bang those things out. I smash it. I'm a workaholic, so, you know, so a workaholic should always work for himself. A workaholic should always work for himself. Wilder must be either brainwashed or tied to a crappy contract. It must be a crappy contract. Why would he turn down 120 mil? It's crazy. You won't make that in his next 3 fights. You won't make that in his life. Tommy Temple wrote that. Nexus 1. Yes. Akon having technical issues. That's what Ness is saying. Technical issues with his headphones? Come on. I think somebody's lying. How could you have technical issues? You can do this thing with your phone. Well, you could do back in the day. What does that? The thing that you've posted up, Akon. I'm not going to click it now. But what is it? What is it? The Express thing. Express.co.uk. I'm not going to click it now because it might make something funny happen on my end. But what is it, Leighton? Sorry. Giza. All Wilder wants is 100 mil to fight AJ. Not bothered about it. The geezer. He wants retirement pay. 100 mil. Awesome matchmaking. Gift. Yeah, well. Leighton Evelyn. The geezer. Do you reckon it will generate 200 million? Do I reckon it will generate 200 million? No. How would it? How would it generate 200 million? How would it generate 200 million? Fury versus Wilder. They got paid. Fury got something like 7. Let's say Wilder got 10. Let's say that. Let's just say that. That's 17 million. That's 17 million per. We're just talking about purses now. So they got 17 million in purses. How do we make that exponential leap from 17 mil purse money to 200 million purse money? What's that? That's like, let's say 20 mil. That's 10 times. How does Wilder v Joshua become 10 times as big as Wilder v Fury? Wilder v Joshua would have to be over 10 times. It'd have to be like 15 times. At least 12 times. For it to generate 200 million, Wilder v Joshua would have to be 12 times what Wilder v Fury was. How is he going to be 12 times? I don't see it. I don't see it. Wilder won't even fight Dillian White. Wilder won't even fight his top opponent, Dillian White. No way, no how. Wilder's priced himself out consistently, and now he's just being daft. I think so, says Tommy Temper. Right, Evelyn, no chance. PPV is dead. I was saying that from then. I was saying that over there. I was saying that to the boys over there. PPV is dead. Nexus 1. I only watched TBV for Raph. Then they dropped the man for the mute icon. Yeah, Nexus, I quit. I quit. Ness was telling me, oh, well, you got to be. Ness was telling me you got to be, you don't communicate. That was bullshit. That was like the headphones thing. That was the headphones thing. He wasn't communicating with me. My thing is just send me the link. But he was acting like I've got to, I've got basically them guys, they call Ness, they text him through the day. Hey, Ness, have you seen this? I'm a big man. I'm a family man. I'm a working man. You think I'm going to be texting another man saying, hey, Ness, have you seen this? Have you seen this? Have you seen this? Have you seen that? Because everything I say, it's going to be anti what they do. It's going to be pro what I believe in. And what I believe in is anti to what he believes in. So after I did it a couple of times, sent him a couple of ideas, rejected, said, okay, well, you go ahead and do your thing. Just send me the link and I'll come on and I'll smash your narrative. That was my job. That was my thing. Send me the link. I'll come on and smash your narrative. Yeah, but the man's telling me, oh, I got to communicate more, send more this, send more that. No. Whatever I send you, you're not using. So it's a waste of time. I'll keep that shizzle for myself. You just send me the link and I'll smash your narrative. That was my position. Send me the link and I'll smash your narrative. You can't get no fairer than that. What's the problem with that? Send me the link and I'll smash your narrative. That's the whole reason I went on there. So I dipped out. I said, no, I'm not doing that. Peace. You ain't sending me the link. There's nothing else to discuss. Very simple. Yes, and I appreciate that, Nexus. I appreciate that. But there's lots of people like you. Lots of people told me the same thing. I couldn't watch it. After I left, it was unbearable. It was unbearable because who's kicking ass? Who's smashing the narrative? I couldn't watch it. So it's unbearable. The whole reason I started calling in was because it was unbearable in the first place. So that's the reason I got involved, to smash that narrative. Enjoy what you do and you never work a day, says Toby Bartlett. And if you're a workaholic, work for yourself. That's what I do. I work for myself. Alec Murray, Wilder pisses me off. It seems there's no way to get this freak in the there's no way to get this freak in the ring with AJ. There's no way. There's no way. Listen, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Maybe I ought to do another video on it. I don't believe that Wilder will ever step in the ring with AJ. Ever. And if he does, it will be his last fight. Something like that. Crazy. In a few years' time. They should never give him 50% because he doesn't work. He doesn't bring 50% in. He doesn't put 50% in the pot. How are you going to take 50% out of the pot when you don't put 50% into the pot? Hey, boxing and blunts. What the fight generates and what the fighters get is totally different. You want to elaborate on that, please? Leighton Evelyn, 200 mil, 50% of the network. That's still only 50 mil each. Exactly. Fighters share less than 50% between the whole card. Yeah. So how does the fight happen? It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen because Wilder's people will not allow him to take it. I believe at one point Wilder genuinely wanted the fight. But if you listen to interviews carefully, and I've done one particular video where he spells it out. I think I played it in the last show. He spells it out what's happened. He spells out the brainwashing process. He says when you talk to people, it's at the very beginning of the previous boxing talk with Raphie 11. The very first thing he spells out what happened to him. He said, when you sit down with your people and they explain it to you, and he lays it out. He tells you subliminally exactly what happened to him. Check out the start of Boxing Talk with Raphie 11, and I think that's the video where I play the video that I made where Wilder spells it out, what happened to him subliminally. He doesn't say this is what happened, but it's clear how he lays it out step by step. This is what happened. That's what happened. They sat him down and they showed him the vision. That's what he said. You know, when people show you the vision, when they show you the vision and they show you their loyalty, because if they loyal to me and I got to be loyal to them, they got to be loyal. Yeah, he spelled out step by step what happened, the process. I believe Wilder would have took the fight at one point, but they sat him down and said, no, don't take this. We cannot take this fight now. You are being shortchanged. They need him to be champion for PBC, Premier Boxing Champions. They need that. So it's not in their best interest. It's in his best interest to take the fight, but it's not in their best interest to take the fight. Shola Ebo. Akon lacking that testicular fortitude. I think Akon's just a really nice guy. He's just a really nice guy who just wants to, he's a really nice guy. And he had fire. I'm pretty sure when I was on there, he had fire when he was a caller. I'm pretty sure when I was on there, co-host, and he was a caller, he had fire. But I think with a lot of people, they go into a situation, they start fitting in and trying to fit in. I never tried to fit in. It was my job to fit in. It was my job to be the anti-voice. I was the anti-guy. And I realized my position. I played my position. That was my job. That was what I was there to do. That was what I wanted to do. That was what I do anyway. And so I just stuck to my position, my natural position, which was the anti-guy. But he just fell into their way. Which is very unfortunate because he did have fire and he did have passion, but that went away. But like I say, I have an open invitation to Akon. You have an open invitation to come in here and say your piece. Talk to us. The council is here. The squad is here. This is the UK squad. It's here. Akon, come and talk to us. Akon, come and talk to us. Come and talk to us. You got to stroke Nescafe's ego. Yeah, I ain't stroking that shit. I'll punt that shit. I'll punt it into the sky. I ain't going to stroke that shit. Alec Murray says, exactly, this is terrible. We want this fight. And Wilder making all sorts of BS claims that he won 60-40, then 50-50. Now won't take that if offered. Yeah, he's already declined that 50-50. He declined 50-50. Let Evelyn say, shoulder, damn straight. The geezer. That's it if the fight ain't happening, full stop. The fight ain't happening. I've said it, the fight ain't happening. Let Evelyn. It's a Wilder fanboy club. Yeah, clearly. Johnny Blaze in the house. Smash that like button. I find it unbearable to listen to the freaking LDBC guys. I can't listen. I find it difficult. It's part of my job to listen so I can slay them, so I can, smack them. But I'm too, you could lose brain cells. You could lose brain cells. I could lose brain cells if I listen to that stuff. Yes, we'll be saying 60-40 to Wilder soon. Well, listen, I've had a woman come in, LDBC woman come in one of my videos and said Wilder deserves 60-40 because he's got the WBC belt. I should have made a video about that and put the post up. That's already happening. He's got the WBC belt, not recognizing the damn thing is crap. Wasn't it the WBC belt that Bo threw in the bin? Was that the WBC or the WBA? I can't remember. Raphie, the voice of reason. Thank you, the geezer. I heard about that. Leighton Evelyn says, did you see what Yard's trainer said to him? Calling him a posh boy because he went to university? And he don't want for nothing? Strange. Everybody should go to university if you get the opportunity. Why not? Wilder will only fight Joshua when there's no one crap left to fight. Entirely probable. Entirely probable. Entirely probable. They'll dig somebody out from the top 50, from the bottom 50, get the WBC to say the top 10, and boom, the fight's on. There'll always be crap fighters out there for Wilder to fight. Subpar. All three of the Luke J's in the house. Never seen Luke J before. Come on in, Luke. Smash that like button. Smash the subscribe button. And most importantly, smash the bell icon so you can stay updated. You will be notified whenever we go live. That's Luke J. All three of the UK Dons can beat Wilder. Exactly. All three. Fury, Dillian White, and Joshua. Couple of years' time, Daniel Dubois will probably smash him too. Possibly. That's a stretch, but possibly. I can only take so much of the LDBC. I find myself avoiding them. I go there so infrequently they don't pop up on my feed. They don't pop up. Certain things pop up. They don't pop up. I used to listen to I got to get back into listening to Barbershop Conversations. That was one of my first videos. He's crap. I'm sure there's a minefield of stuff the Barbershop Conversations is saying that I'm missing out on. I'm gonna have to train myself to go over there. But to do that is like it's a struggle. It's a struggle for me to go over there. Although I know I'm missing out on a minefield of stuff. I should do that. I'm gonna start forcing myself to go over to Barbershop again. I'm gonna start forcing myself. Luke J, WBC. The geezer, WBC. You see? That thing's been on the slide for a while. This ain't the days of Muhammad Ali anymore. These ain't the days of the WBA back in the day. I was asking which belt did Bo throw in the trash, but it was the WBC. Hey Nevlin. So Raph, what's the WBC going to do about White? They're gonna keep on shafting him. They'll find new ways to shaft him. They'll shaft him one way, then shaft him another way. Then they'll find another way to shaft him. It's only through content providers like myself applying pressure and then the public responding to that, the public applying pressure too. That's the only thing that's going to change their mind potentially, but that's down the line. But they're under pressure already because they didn't even want to say that Ortiz was the next opponent. Remember, they were saying that loudly and proudly. Now, they're ashamed to say it. So the people, content providers like myself, and the people are applying pressure on them. They're applying pressure on them. The same way the LDBC applied pressure on Joshua is the same way that content providers like me and the people like you will apply pressure on the WBC. If I keep on banging out videos about them, the WBC, Soliman, that guy Brett Formark, Al Heyman, if I keep on putting out content on them and other people like me keep on putting out content on them and showing the iniquities of their ways, then, something's got to give. Something has got to give. Something has got to give. It's suspect already, Alec Murray. It's suspect already. We're bringing it to light. I'm banging the drum. Others are banging the drum. You hear the drums in the background. Pressure is being applied. Smash that like button, newcomers. Smash that like button. We're giving you good content, good boxing conversation. Barbershop got female ways for Wilder. Yelp. Says Leighton Evelyn. Padre al-Baghdadi. while the fans seem to discredit other fighters to promote his status. It's pointless arguing with these ingrates. Marty Fieldman, it's easy for Americans to ignore the UK. Well, we're applying the pressure. We are applying the pressure. Deontay Wilder was pressured in the ring by an American interviewer. They were pressured in the ring. They are so pressured that they don't want to admit that Luis Ortiz is their next opponent. The pressure is getting to them. Things like this, the pressure from things like this is getting to them. How can Ortiz have 2 title shots before White has 1? It's shocking. Exactly. The pressure is getting to them. Johnny Blaze 33 says, I really wish this fight could happen now, especially now when everybody thinks Wilder is at his best. That would be awesome. So AJ can get full credit when he beats him. That would be awesome. Ain't happening. Alec Murray, I'm banging the drum too. Lol. Yeah, the drums are everywhere. I'm banging the drum. Certain content providers like myself are banging the drum. I, amongst others. Their followers, subscribers are banging the drum. And the drums are in the background. The geezer, my bro said, if Wilder came to AJ like that, you'd have been KO'd. You would have been KO'd. I showed you the thing. You know it. The man stretches his arms out like the mummy. He has 2 defense mechanisms. Wilder has 2 defense mechanisms. The first one is to stretch his arms out like the mummy, like so. And the second one is to hug, the huggy bear. The mummy, the huggy bear. He gets messed up either way. Wilder was speechless. Even a TBV guy said, listen, Leighton, even a TBV guy said we don't want casual. They call him casual. Even casual from the TBV said we don't want Ortiz. And then Wilder was like, what? Yeah, even a TBV guy, American guy, said we don't want Ortiz. The guy in the ring asked about the AJ fight. So we're banging the drum over here. I'm banging the drum. Subscribers are banging the drum. The drums are in the background. Everybody's banging the drum. It's getting over to America. The drums can be heard all the way from Birmingham, England to America. Ortiz looked like he was bloated. He was like bloated. Like he'd been eating, I don't know what he's eating, pasta. He's on a pasta diet. Nexus One says Ortiz looked 50 pounds over. I don't know what he's eating. He's eating pasta and I don't know. He's eating pasta without the chicken. Ortiz is eating the pasta without the chicken. It's like he's on a low protein diet, pure carbs. And I understand why Breezel is so fat. I understand why he's so fat. No disrespect to his lady, but I saw his lady. And she's a very plump lady. She's a plump lady. So she's cooking for him. You have to look at the condition of the woman who's cooking for you. His lady is plump. Breezel's lady is plump. I never thought they'd, do that. But he's obviously got a high carb, high fat diet. Does Ortiz. No, sorry, does Breezel. And Ortiz, he's probably in the same way. I've seen his lady once. Big ladies, them guys are big ladies. They cook the wrong food for them. People like Brendan Schaub are slagging off Joshua, and Joe Rogan just pretends he doesn't exist. Yeah. Them guys are deluded. They haven't heard the drums. No. She's no way as plump as Crawford's wife. No way. No way as plump as that. No way as plump as that. That's serious plump. Serious plump. Serious plump. Serious plump. Shogun boxing. That whole ring invasion from Ortiz was a joke. Man can't even speak English. How long has he been in America? How long has Ortiz been in America and he can't speak English? How long has Ortiz been in America and he can't speak English? That's unacceptable. That is totally unacceptable. Shogun Boxing says just standing there like some granddad. It's totally unacceptable. Johnny Blaze. Johnny Blaze, the interviewer in the ring, said you can't blame Breezel if he doesn't want to talk. No one wants to see the fight. No one wants to see the fight. They're on the payroll, says Leighton Evelyn. Did you really say that? I didn't catch that, but no one wants to see the fight. Brendan Schaub is a clown. Yeah, I wish I could talk to Brendan Schaub. I wish we could have a conversation. Wish me and Brendan could have a debate. It's quite unacceptable. Johnny Blaze, 33. It's quite unacceptable. The geezer. That's it. Ortiz got to be able to not broken English. What? That's it. Ortiz, he's been in America how long? It's ridiculous. He can't speak English. That's ridiculous. That just shows it's like they keep the guy in a cupboard or something. It's mad. Just bring him out, dust him off for fights, give him his blood pressure meds, and send him out. I wonder if that's a granddaughter of Ortiz who's disabled. I don't know, man. I don't know. I thought it was his daughter. They say it's his daughter. They say it's his daughter. 27 people watching now. Okay, so what's the conclusion? What's the conclusion to all of this? The Yankees bringing this thing home now. The Yankees are talking about, it's his daughter. Americans are clueless. Not all, but some are crazy. Yeah, Jim Gray disrespected Brazil. He said no one wanted to see the fight. Wow. That's why I never gave an interview. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, he's just telling the truth. Yeah, seems like they just put Ortiz in the closet in between fights and then just pull him off and dust him off. Pull him out and dust him off. When it's time for another fight, give him some heart meds, blood pressure meds, whatever kind of meds he needs. Pull him out, wheel him out, give him some more meds. Okay, so bringing this baby home. We're bringing this baby home. What can one say? Ortiz, or rather Wilder. Wilder is a good style matchup. Or Joshua has strengths where Wilder has weaknesses. Wilder has a leaky defense. Joshua has a tight defense. Joshua can find his way in through Wilder's defense. And Wilder is a headhunter. Joshua works the body and the head. Joshua can touch Wilder up in the body section and in the head section. Wilder, when attacking, leaves himself open. Joshua stays tight. Joshua can capitalize on Wilder's attacks. Wilder, when rocked, this is the conclusion, Wilder, when rocked, has two modes, goes into two modes. One mode followed by the second mode. Mode A, he goes into the mummy. Stretches his arms out to keep you off. Boom, boom, boom. Combination from Joshua to the jaw. The second mode, after he's done the mummy, if he's still standing, then he grabs you, goes into the huggy bear. He transitions from the mummy to the huggy bear. When he does that, Joshua has the strength to shrug him off easily. He'll shrug him off and bang him up. Shrug him off and bang him up. So in conclusion, in the same way that Breezel was a good style matchup for Wilder, Joshua is a bad style matchup for Wilder, meaning that puts Joshua in the plus sign position. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my conclusion for the night. Let me just read out these last comments. Lady Evelyn, do we get the Wilder fight this year? No way, no how. They will not accept. Wilder has the edge over Ortiz now. Wilder has a big edge over Ortiz now. It's going to be like Stavern 2. Yes, it is. Maybe not the first round, but it won't go past 3 rounds. I don't see Ortiz v. Wilder 2 going past 3 rounds. Juice him up and let him go, says Toby Bartlett. That was by Johnny Blaze 33. Juice him up and let him go, says Toby Bartlett. Might as well, says the geezer. If Wilder tries to hug Joshua, then he walks into an uppercut. Wilder will shrug, Joshua will shrug him off and give him a barrage of shots. Barrage of shots to the dome. Straight to the dome, kid. Straight to the dome. Cool, Raph. Cool, Evelyn. Nice one, bro. Klitschko special uppercut. He'll be coming to uppercuts and hooks. It's not just the uppercuts because he'll have to use his arm to shrug him off and get his head from under Wilder's arms. And then it will be hooks as well as uppercuts. It's uppercuts and hooks. It's not just the uppercut, it's uppercuts and hooks. Chris Ross, I don't think you've seen you in here, Chris Ross. Good to see you. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and smash the bell icon. Good to have you. King Kong won't last very long against Wilder in the second fight. No, he will not. Alec Murray. Raph, I'm away, brother. Up early tomorrow. Yes. Good night. Respect for coming through, Alec. We're finishing up the show now. Chris Ross. Good to have you, Alec. Chris Ross says, done, mate. Excellente. We're growing this thing. And our voices will be louder. The more we grow, the louder the voice. The voice of reason. Our voice of reason. Great night. Hey, it's been a good night of entertainment. It's been a good night of boxing chat. It's always rewarding and pleasurable to chop it up with you guys, chop it up with the squad. You know, we've had some new people come in now tonight. Hopefully everybody smashed the like button and hopefully everybody has smashed the bell icon. That's the way the voice grows louder. Johnny Blaze, salute, Raph. Thank you very much. Excellent entertainment. And back at you. Okay, we're doing the final roll call. I'm going to go in reverse order. It's Johnny Blaze, 33. It's Padre Al-Baghdadi. It's the Toby Bartlett. It's the Nexus 1. Big up yourself. Nexus 1. The Geezer. It's the Chris Rock. Chris Ross, sorry. Chris Rock, you'd be good to have him in here as well. It's Chris Ross. It's Alec Murray. It's the Marty Fieldman. It's the Leighton Evelyn. The loyal trooper. Johnny Blaze 33. It's the Toby Bartlett. It's the Marty Fieldman. The Nexus 1. The Shogun Boxing. The Alec Murray. The Geezer. The Johnny Blaze 33. The Shola Ibofin. The Shogun Boxing. Looking for any names I haven't called out yet. The Marty Evelyn, the Padre Al-Baghdadi, the Luke J. Who else we got there? The Double A Boxing and Blunts, the Johnny Blaze 33. The Toby Bartlett, sorry. The Tommy Temper. Of course, how could we forget Tommy Temper? Never that. Okay, so those were the names. Those were the names left here in the last quarter, in the closing chapter of Fuzzy. How could we forget Fuzzy is here? Tony Douglas. How could we forget Tony Douglas? In the closing chapter of episode 12 of Live Boxing Talk with Raphie. The Lace Hatcher. The JD. Appreciate you. Thanks for clarifying who you were. I thought you was the American JDs, but no. It's UK's JD, the Pablo. How could we forget the Pablo? Yeah, the Hamid 92, still looking for that spanner. Yes. And I think I have covered almost everybody. The Trigger Happy J. The last one. Adam Neal was in the house early on, along with last one. Heinrich Schmitz. How could we forget the Heinrich Schmitz? And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the conclusion. Great show, says Tommy Temper. Spread the word, Toby Bartlett. The Geezer, good one, Raphie. Chat starting to move fast, Marty Fieldman. The Geezer, latest squadron, peace out. Chris Russ, subscribed when you challenged PFTB. Excellent. Time for bed, says Marty Fieldman. Nexus One, peace out. It's been a great one, guys. Blessings. And see you on Wednesday, the next show. And then Friday, 9 p.m., the show after that. And then Saturday, midday, the show after that. Peace and blessings. It's Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio. It's Live Boxing Talk with Raphie. And we are out.